Another video talked about choosing the right sales form for your business. This video assumes you have chosen to use Invoices as your sales form and shows you how to choose the right invoice type. If you want to follow along, open the file called landworks_invoices. For this video, to make more room on the screen for the invoice, I'll hide the icon bar. QuickBooks offers several types of invoice templates you can use to record sales. Which one you choose depends on how you run your business. You can see a list of templates by clicking Create Invoices on the home page. In the gray bar above the invoice is the template menu. The templates you see in the menu may vary depending on preferences you set or the type of company. All types of the invoices provide fields for date, invoice number, customer name, item name, description, quantity, rate or price, amount, and tax. You can use these templates as is, or you can use them as a starting point to customize them. Basically, the invoice template determines the fields that appear on the invoice and the layout. Let's start with the simplest one, the professional invoice. I'll hide the history panel so we can focus on the invoice itself. The professional invoice is designed for businesses that sell professional services, such as a public relations firm. It includes lots of room for the service description, and it includes a terms menu. Now we'll look at the service invoice. This is designed for businesses that sell primarily services, but also some products. It includes the standard fields common to all the invoice types. In addition, it includes fields for a purchase order number and the payment terms. Now let's switch to the product invoice. This invoice is designed for selling products. As you can see, it has a lot more fields, including a ship to field, the PO number, terms, sales rep, shipping date, shipping method, and FOB. FOB stands for Free On Board, and it indicates the location at which point the customer becomes responsible for the shipment. So if a package gets lost or damaged beyond that location, it's the customer's problem, not yours. You can set the FOB in Preferences. I'll quickly show you where. Let's go to Edit, Preferences, Sales and Customers, Company Preference, and right here is where you would enter the FOB point. And you're limited to 13 characters. Okay, I'm going to cancel. Let's go on to the packing slip. And this is the packing slip that you would include in the shipment to a customer when a product is being shipped. It includes a ship to address, purchase order number, ship date, shipping method, and FOB. Let's go on to a progress invoice. The progress invoice appears in the templates list if you indicated in Job and Estimates Preferences that you do progress invoicing. It includes fields for the estimate amount, the prior amount, and the total percentage. So now let's talk about the anatomy of an invoice. The product invoice has the most fields, so let's go back to the product invoice. All invoices in QuickBooks have the same basic anatomy: the invoice header area, the line item area, and the footer section at the bottom. The invoice header stores the customer information, the date and invoice number, and shipping information. In the line item area, you list the products or services you're selling to the customer. This is also where you apply discounts, subtotals, markups, and taxes. And you can add a customer message here. In the footer area, you can add a memo to yourself. You can select the customer tax code if needed. And you can see the payments applied and the balance due. QuickBooks invoices also have a history panel. So let me open an existing invoice to give you an idea what the history panel shows. So I'll close this and go to the Customer Center, go to Transactions, Invoices, and I'll open this invoice. So I'll click this arrow to open the history panel. You can see a summary of the customer information And you can click the pencil icon if you want to edit the customer record. You can see the customer balance. It's in red to tell you the customer has an overdue balance. And here you can see a list of transactions. You can click this icon to create a quick report. You can click the payment link to see the payment transaction form. Or you can click the Invoice link to see a report on the transaction. You can click the pencil down here to add a note on the customer. The Transaction tab shows you when the transaction was created and when it was edited. If it had been edited, you can click to view the audit trail, which is a list of changes made. And here you can see any related transaction, and there is one, the payment that I showed you before. And any notes down here. You can click this pencil icon to add a note specific to this transaction. One last thing, you're not stuck with the template you choose. You can switch at any time. Just pick one that suits your mood and what you need to accomplish. So now that you know about different types of invoices and a basic overview of the different parts of an invoice, you're ready to create one.